Why do a lot of women keep like children from their fathers?
Feelings. Let's be truthful. Their feelings is a lot more powerful than ours. So, and they roll on it. So it's just the way it is, you know what I mean? Like, bruv, I'm a man, so I've got to provide and fucking support and do all that shit. And I've just got to deal with like what mood she wakes up in the morning, bruv.
Because I consult a lot of men, and a lot of men are saying this is becoming more and more prevalent nowadays, that a lot of women are keeping them from their children.
No, it's true. Like I say, they get spiteful. They roll on their feelings, man.
But then in the end, it's the children that suffer, isn't it?
I know, but try to explain it to people, but no one listens. Go to court, and the court benefits them. So it's a bit...
Yeah, it's happening in family court. A lot of the things are getting like... they're in women's favour all the time.
It's about 90% in women's favour. Out of 100%, they get about 90% of like...
Well, statistically, the children get awarded to women like 80% of the time.
Yeah, it's a high percentage. It's a very high percentage, and you just got to deal with it, man. The only way to deal with it, be honest, I'm not a fan of feminism, and that's to be honest, that's the largest problem in the situation. How I see it, anyway.
So, do you think feminism has like?
It's ruined it, bro.
It's ruined like
Look,
women.
When it's come in, 60s, 50s or something, check marriage out. Everybody knows the score. Like, it's gone down the drain since then. As soon as feminism come out and that bloody pill.
So the pill was from the downhill was for the pill.
Basically, it's just that time period. That's when marriage is...
women's quote-unquote independence.
Yeah, basically.
No, I hear you, man.
Go on, I'm just
No, go on, do your thing. Thank you for that, man. Have a good one, man.
Why is it hard in these places?
Oh, we got someone there. He looks like he's... Oh, you're listening? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why is it hard in this country for a man to care for his children without the
government?
Without
the woman
complication of it. Yeah, where the woman has to decide, okay, I'll keep them. You know, you don't have to get involved.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of men that I know have complained about the fact that there's so many different hurdles for them just to see their own children.
Yeah, the hurdles come from sometimes what the government has put forward for the woman. It's what she has to deal with in terms of answering questions, and those questions are accountable. You know, she's going to be accountable if she seems to be breaking the questions that she gives. For instance, if she says she's single, and she has to sign forms and so on and so forth in order to get what the government says she's entitled to with her family, and then father comes along, wants to be part of the children's life. He's done his assessment in terms of where he is and what he's doing, but it doesn't tally with what's been done for each person. And they can't get together as a couple because they may have problems, but they do want to have that freedom of having a father involved in the life of their children. And it's really difficult, especially if it's a woman who's got more than one baby father, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Can I step in?
Yeah, come on, step in.
Okay. So basically, I think the situation is different for everybody.
Yeah.
And it depends on the woman. Sometimes, like what you said, it's the government, what the government has to offer.
Yeah.
They offer too much to the woman, I think. A lot of women think that they can live without a man. They don't need a man because the system gives them so much. And then, so why do I have to have him when I can bring up the children by depending on the welfare provided by the government? Whereas in some scenarios it's different. Because I was married to a woman that was a head teacher, had money, so she was never gonna go to the social welfare to get money. But after we had a child, you know, she didn't want the man.
She didn't want you.
She didn't want me.
And did she give you a good reason as to why? Were you a problematic partner? Were you giving stress?
No, I did not cheat.
In front of the children, fighting to get back, and she don't want you back and stuff like that.
Go outside. Yeah, so we can see.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So those are the issues the questions that people ask, which frustrate me because they don't actually see the situation as something that
it's automatically to blame you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They automatically go for the blame. What did you do?
What did you do?
Yeah.
Oh, what? I mean, but nobody think that. Okay, well, is there any reason why she's doing what she's doing? You know, I'm a migrant in this country. I came
Where you
here. I'm from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, I set up my own business and everything, and you know, she went to the extent of calling immigration on me that, oh, I want him deported back to Nigeria. What for? You understand?
Did you have an
Because
argument with her about the care of the children?
I want to go and see my child, even though she said, oh, she just want to be alone, she don't need me, you know, for whatever reason, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these things are complicated. Some women have children for their own reason because they want to have a child and they think they don't need a father, especially in this country. It happens.
Well,
where
let's talk about families like yourself,
Okay.
who you're not dependent on the system.
Yeah.
It can get complicated if you part with your woman and your woman is getting on with her life.
Yeah.
Maybe she may have a partner, she may not have a partner.
at the time, okay, go on.
But where you decide, okay, I want to come on and see my child when I want to be there and so on and so forth, she may not be up for that sometimes.
No, it's not that. Why we went through mediation, she won't let me see the child at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went through mediation. I was paying what do you call it,
Child support.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that through my bank account and everything. I even said to the social service, the child support, I'm not seeing the child I'm paying for. So why should I continue paying?
Right.
You know.
Are you going to be
You know,
honest? Who was at fault? Was it you or her? Did you have
That's what I'm
someone?
saying.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to. But
This is
that
what I
see
said at the beginning.
that. That is something that a lot of men have to go through because people think that it's someone's fault. He could have been
A victim.
no, he could have been cheating with her best friend and her sister. Doesn't mean that he shouldn't see his child.
Yeah.
That's not what it means.
That's true. That's true.
Even
That's true.
up to today, I don't know what I did wrong. Up to today, as I'm speaking to
Okay.
you,
That's not fair
that's
then.
the reason why I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I come to the conclusion that some women just think it's okay to walk into a nightclub maybe, pick a man, have sex with him,
Hey.
and have a child, and
don't
they
hurt
want to
a
keep
man,
that
no, it
child,
doesn't work like
and
that.
or even
See, you're
go-
from a different generation
yes,
as well, you know.
or maybe
Yeah.
even get married to that man, have a child with him, and then decide that I want to divorce him and keep that child. So these are the things that we need to look into. It's not just about a man being wrong. I know. After 20 years of I keeping my child, raising my child alone, I found my child on Facebook 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, at least
When
you
she
made-
How old is your
divorced,
child now?
23 now.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, going to 24. Yeah.
Wow.
And then now, so I reunited with my child 3 years ago, and then on Facebook, because she divorced, and then I managed.
So she remarried after.
So she just-
when
so
they
remarried after I was separated,
okay.
had another
So do you
child.
think she just kept the child from you for her own selfish reasons?
For her own selfish reasons. That's what I believe. And then I reunited with my daughter, and I asked my daughter, what was the reason? What did your mom say about me? She said, you were so irresponsible, you were this, you were that.
Did you tell her
And,
that you were going to take your child?
She saw all the letters, there were evidences.
Yeah.
I gave it all to her. She saw all the payments
Okay,
and everything.
so-
I don't know.
So-
Do you guys know a guy called Kirk Franklin? He's
Yes, I know Kirk
Did you see the story of Kirk Franklin?
Not
What happened
really.
recently?
I'm going to have a look at that.
So Kirk Franklin recently, he grew up without his dad,
yes.
and his mother said to him, she doesn't know who his dad is.
Okay.
So what he done is that he went on a search for his own father.
Of course.
Okay, and so he found the guy, done the DNA test. 99.9% his father. Went back to his mum. Dada found it. Mama found him. She denied it was him.
Oh, that is cool. Very cool.
She denied it was him.
Very cool.
So this is what I'm saying. Some of these women are just, so she, back to the story of something,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she
yeah,
said, oh no, your dad was, and then but the man she remarried was, my daughter told me, so irresponsible.
Same. Well,
Now that when she met me, she said she has never met a role model in her own life.
Oh, wow.
And she's felt like the
Congratulations, though, man.
mother.
I'm
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
for you,
Thank
man.
you.
yeah,
Thank you.
You're right.
You know.
You see, maybe I'm not understanding from an angle the men.
Yes.
What is it that is driving them when they separate to, fight for the sometimes custody of a child completely. I think what happened is a woman.
Do you think men should actually fight though? Like, why should there be a fight?
I think they should fight. In terms of listening to you, I think you should fight for that because you've actually separated, but you're willing to be there, you want to be there, and you're a responsible father. You're paying for your child and everything. I don't see the reason why it should be denied.
You see when you say fight, yeah, a lot of, because I've heard, because I consult men,
Yeah.
so a lot of women have said, oh, you should fight for your child. And my thing is, a lot of men, when they fight, they find themselves being drained mentally
Yeah.
and financially
Yes.
and physically.
Oh,
And
okay.
so it's not the fact that they don't, it's not the fact that they don't love their children. Okay, for instance, I can look into my life, right? And it got to a point where I was like, okay, cool, you don't want me to see him, blah, blah. I'll turn up.
Yeah.
Turn up at the house, and then they get police called on them,
Oh.
right? And then you think to yourself, I don't want to be dealing with this. But you would go to and say to people, oh, he doesn't care about his child,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? It's funny you said that. I've got a neighbor, that scenario that you just mentioned happened to. He just separated with his ex, and then he went there, and she called the police on him, and he got arrested. He went locked up for a while and came back. And I said to him, I tried to advise him, I said, listen, I've been through this. I didn't go your way. I went through court, I went through mediation centers,
Yeah.
still I didn't get a result.
Yes, sir. I went for mediation also. Yeah, I went for
Yeah.
mediation.
So much money and resources, I didn't get a result.
And you still get
So
money gone.
What I concluded is that I'm going to focus on my life, make myself a figure that my daughter will want me.
Would be
when
proud
she,
of.
Yes.
You're right. You're
When
right.
she eventually
When she
sees
eventually
you.
meet me.
Very good. Yeah.
And that is what has happened.
Yes.
Lovely.
So I didn't waste my time going to continue to chase. Maybe I could have continued, and then but I don't know where that would have ended. But I decided that I'm going to move on and do something better for myself.
And so I'm just
You know.
listening to you. I'm proud
Yeah.
of you that
Yeah.
you
Thank
made
you.
that step,
Thank you.
and it paid off because
Thank you.
eventually you found your daughter.
Yes. Yes.
Unfortunately, you had to do a search online and
Yeah.
so on.
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
were
yeah.
successful, and she's
You know,
happy to be a part of
She
your life.
is
So
a part of my life.
good on you. You know, yeah,
She
congratulations.
can't wait to come and see me every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So I mean,
But that's what the mother didn't want, though. That's
That's
crazy.
what-
That's
Well,
crazy.
Your story
Yeah.
is a brilliant story to be told, and for people to listen to that and have encouragement and courage
Yes.
in terms of what you've been through
That's
and the
right.
type of person you are and the type of person you are determined to be in terms of being a part of your child's life. So don't keep quiet about that.
no, I'm not. I'm not.
Do you know what I've said?
When I saw that,
I've said there are a lot of children walking around now not liking their father.
Yes.
Not because of anything, but because of the mother said something. There's a lot of children
Yes.
and their children don't know the full story. It's only know what the mother's told them about the father.
Yes,
That's very true.
I totally agree with you. And some women go through that as well.
They do.
It has a ripple effect.
Yes,
it has
yes.
a reverse. Sometimes the father's is split with the woman, and the woman has sole custody of a child in terms of being a mom, and all of that, right? And the dads can rubbish the mom and create an uncomfortable, bonding sort of structure with the child and the mother.